Pope Francis is calling on Catholics in China to trust him and have faith in the deal the Vatican signed with Beijing, unifying the Catholic Church in the country.
Auspico che in Cina si possa aprire una nuova fase.
The Pope told the faithful in St. Peter's Square this morning he hoped the agreement would be a new chapter with relations in China. In a letter to the Chinese Catholics, the Holy Father says he takes full responsibility for the deal and called for gestures of reconciliation. Vatican correspondent Juliette Lindley joins us from Rome. Juliette, the main sticking point with any accord with Beijing was always bishops' nominations. So what did the Pope say to clarify that front? What did he have to say about future relations between Beijing and the Holy See?
Lauren, the Pope says he will ultimately have the final say over naming new bishops. He says the deal will create some suffering amongst the Chinese faithful, and he takes full responsibility. Now, in the past, some bishops were chosen by the Beijing government and some by the Pope. Now, aboard the papal plane last night, coming back from the Baltic nations, Francis highlighted the temporary nature of this deal, indicating that if bishops' nominations continue to cause problems, the accord could be altered. Now, Francis quoted Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI in saying that comprehension serves neither the interests of the Chinese people nor those of the Catholic Church in China, and he expressed hope that social development will be promoted by ensuring greater respect for human rights, for religious freedom, and for the environment, Lauren.
What reaction have you heard from those who have long expressed skepticism over Beijing's willingness to strike a fair deal?
Lauren, we reached out to Cardinal Joseph Zen in Hong Kong, who's been on EWTN News Nightly with you, Lauren, and he's calling the deal a sellout for the Church. He says he tells EWTN he's not in touch with the Vatican these days and has no plans to come to Rome in the near future. Now, as we know, Zen has long championed the cause of the underground church, which for decades endured persecution for refusing to join the state church and for staying loyal to the Holy See. But the Holy Father says he's already received messages from Chinese Catholics saying that they are willing to accept the deal.
Now, Pope Francis also mentioned on his way back yesterday the Pennsylvania grand jury report. What was the point he was making? Did he mention the attack on his leadership by former Vatican ambassador Carlo Vigano?
Lauren, Pope Francis says it's unfair to apply modern standards to the Catholic Church since everyone covered up the crime in the past. Now, Francis didn't excuse the cover-up by some church leaders, but the Pope said that it's unfair to judge it by today's standards. Lauren, the Holy Father didn't mention Vigano in actual fact by name. He said that, quote, bishops from around the whole world wrote to him to say that they were close to him and that they were praying for him. And he added that one of the letters came from China and was actually signed jointly by a bishop from the Patriotic Association and one who is faithful to the Holy See.
Juliette Lindley, EWTN News Nightly Vatican correspondent. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.